Yeah.
But McGregor's a hacky cunt. I'd always say like he's a fantastic fighter and shit, but I just don't like the way he went about it.
And the fallout in Ireland, because we're Irish, so we got people who tried to be McGregor everywhere.
Yeah, and like proper 12 was everywhere. The whiskey, all that shit. I don't even like saying his name. Fuck that shit.
I know,
I'd never.
But he did make MMA huge worldwide.
Oh yeah,
and here especially concentrated. Like there's like MMA gyms everywhere now. Like.
And it's funny how much I dislike him because I do appreciate characters like the Diaz brothers so much.
Yeah, it's because
who are
Irish.
the similar thing. Yeah, it is because he's Irish.
Yeah, and because he's getting all this recognition, and he's every lad. Like the way he cracks jokes and all, there's a lot of Irish people. You know what I mean? But in America, it's a novelty.
Yeah.
So they sell it as like this fucking amazing thing. Like this guy's a fucking witty genius, and he is funny. Yeah. You know, don't get me wrong. And like
he's just an average Irish lad, though.
It's just average Irish humor. It's funny. Like if you were to hang around with a lot of lads in Ballyfermot or Crumlin, where McGregor's from, it'd be the same shit.
Yeah, same lads are like that. Yeah. Nothing against them, but like
nothing against them, but like it's because him being himself made him a superstar.
Yeah.
You know, but he exaggerated it as well.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like he definitely exaggerated.
Oh yeah, he played into the character.
Yeah.
And like who can fucking blame him? The chap fought Floyd Mayweather. He earned millions of dollars. Yeah. That's the one main retarded move he made on his part. When you fight Floyd Mayweather, you make how much did he make? $50 million or something?
Yeah, something.
On top of what he already had. Stop fighting. Stop paying to get punched in the head for a living.
And then stop
or getting paid. Sorry.
Yeah, stop getting paid. But like. It was like, I'll go there and make so much million off fighting Khabib. It's like, Khabib just wants to kill you. He doesn't care about the money, like, you know what I mean?
That's it, yeah.
And it's like, you're roiling him up. What I always say, when Khabib fought McGregor, the thing I always thought about was, Dana White didn't really say much when all the fucking bullshit was going on. Yeah?
Yeah.
Like, when he was like fucking...
punching out lads in pubs.
No, was that before Khabib?
I think so.
Yeah, it might have been, actually.
And the bus. Yeah,
the buzz thing. And then when he was like, oh yeah, wife is a towel or whatever my brother said, you know what I mean? Or he was like giving him all this shit and he's like, you don't even drink. The one thing that was funny about that was when he was like, will you have a drink to Khabib? And he's like, you don't even drink. I bet you were a fucking I bet you were a great cracker party. You boring cunt or something.
He can be funny, I get that.
Like the fucking who the fuck is that guy? Yeah.
Because he genuinely meant it, like poor old Jeremy Stevens.
He's like, I'd knock fuckers out. He's like, who the fuck is that guy? Genius. But what I was saying about Dana White with Khabib, he didn't say anything because no matter what happened, McGregor was going to end him in a cage with Khabib.
Yeah.
He was being fed to the lions. Say all you fucking want, shout all you fucking. You're going to have to face that cunt in the cage at the end of the day, like. And whether you're prepared or not, he's going to maul you, look.
And then even fucking Dustin Poirier went and got the job done.
Smacked him around as well.
That fight's like their third fight's like next month.
Yeah. You think McGregor's going to lose again?
If he does, he should retire.
He really
if he
has
doesn't,
to, man.
He is retarded. He shouldn't be fighting Poirier again.
It's a trilogy now.
But see, the thing is, if he beats Poirier, you know exactly what's going to happen.
Fight Diaz again.
Yeah. And then he'll probably fucking fight Mike Tyson. I don't fucking know.
Enough fucking about McGregor.
Yeah.
Do you know what's hacky? All the other things that aren't MMA that are spawned off MMA, like the slap fighting thing.
Is that spawned off MMA? I feel like that's been going on in like Welsh villages.
Yeah, it probably has actually, but it just seems like it's MMA
related,
promoted.
Yeah,
it's like the advertising and stuff.
That's how we end up with like Hasbulla.
Yeah, oh man, don't even. That's a different story.
What I mean is, he's always on the MMA channel, so you're like this little Russian toddler fighting man.
Just so everybody knows that's listening, Bruce's tablet that he uses for everything has Hasbulla as his background.
With a lovely like landscape, and it's just half his face. Like it's great. It's not just any old picture.
It's not just any. It's a classic. It's a fucking good one.
Not pixelated, right?
No, it's a good one. But, 4K picture.
That little fucking Russian toddler man who keeps popping up on all the MMA feeds. He's like,
just the kick.
Oh man, he's fucking unreal. And no matter who posts it, everyone's always like, he's 18, he's 50. I'm like, alright, I believe it all, but someone prove it to me.
Also, so what if he's old enough? It's hilarious regardless of what age he is.
It really is. Whether he's 7, whether he's 17 or whether he's 70.
I don't care.
When he's 70, it's even funnier.
Yeah, he's 70, that's it. That's taking the piss, look. You know what I mean?
Oh man, if I ever dress up for Halloween again, it's going to be his house.
You should put the shoes on your knees.
Light blue t-shirt, red hat.
Just that long, yeah.
The unreal.
You have to shave.
There's loads of videos of him and a monkey as well. Or they tied him to a load of balloons and let him fly into
yeah. And then filmed on a drone.
I showed fucking my missus one and of him like driving in like a doom buggy shooting a gun. Like,
who is he? What?
I don't know. He just has subtitles.
And why is he MMA? Or like, has he had his face off or something?
Yeah. And then he's like, I want to fight Henry Cejudo and all because
he's tiny. That's good. And what is the story? Is there a fight happening between him and some airline?
Him and that other little lad? I don't think so.
No, I think it's a fight.
I think it was like a viral thing because there's a video straight after them being like, "No, we're only messing." Like, but you sent me a video that were a part of it is subtitled, and that little fat black-haired kid really brought that.
He got sad. Upset.
He's like, and he's like, loads of people make funny on TikTok. And he's like,
he cuts Hasbro's face, and
he pretty much went, "Those people will get their vengeance soon." I was like, "Okay, Hasbro."
Jesus, man, that's them fucking Russian Muslims for him, bro. Like Khabib.
Oh man, nothing has brought me that much joy in a while. Like every time a new video pops up, I'm like, what the fuck is he doing?
What's next? Like has been on a podcast. He's on Rogan.
That's another fucking thing. Do you think like, the Joe Rogan experience wouldn't be as big without if he didn't do UFC? I know he was Fear Factor before UFC, but who really gave a fuck about Fear Factor enough to hear him talk for hours?
He's a stand-up comedian, and I'm not a fan of a stand-up.
Yeah.
But like, he obviously had a lot of people that knew him. He was obviously a big deal in LA at some stage before we were aware of him. Because like,
Fear Factor.
Between Fear Factor and the podcast, there was obviously a lot of space there where he done other stuff.
Yeah, started UFC, and what was it you just said as well?
He's a comedian.
Comedian, yeah.
He's a comedian. Comedian for
Man Show and all that shit.
All that shit. I never watched it, but like, Rogan is. Well, that's the reason we're probably doing a podcast now. Rogan pretty much like made podcasts what they are.
Definitely,
And he's probably the reason I started doing jiu-jitsu. So like...
Yeah. I wonder, like, who brought MMA to a wider audience, whether it be him or McGregor?
Yeah, that's a good question, actually.
That's a very good question. Like, I know Rogan has more reach and influence on everything.
And everything.
Now.
Yeah.
But just MMA to a wider audience, like, it's a very hard...
Yeah, but like, we get a huge concentration over here because McGregor's Irish and he lives 2 towns over. He's from 2 towns over.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
But he did blow up worldwide.
Man, he made...
He knocked out Jose Aldo in 13 seconds.
Yeah, I know,
His chap was unbeaten for
9 years.
More than that, I think. Yeah, I don't think he was ever bet, was he?
No, I think since his pro MMA career started, I don't think he was
never been bet. Like.
No. And then...
Never lost a round.
Yeah, and then he lost in seconds.
Yeah. That was the biggest bullshit of all time. And that's the type of shit that made me hate McGregor and fuck Dana White, is because that man fought every fight, won every round all the time. He got sparked in 13 seconds.
Never gave him a rematch.
Never even thought of giving him a rematch, man. It was bullshit. He's fighting Dustin Poirier for the 3rd time, and poor Jose Aldo isn't getting a look in.
Jose Aldo, but then again, McGregor's not fighting at 145 anymore.
Yeah, but Jose can move up.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
It's only 10 pounds.
Poor Jose, man.
Yeah,
and he was the hacky thing about that is Jose was unreal, and then all he's remembered for is getting knocked out by McGregor. You know what I mean?
That's what really set me off on hate McGregor.
Yeah.
The way that was handled. And the whole bus incident.
That was stupid.
But we're off McGregor. Yeah. Fuck McGregor.
Yeah, it was fucking...
It's just the hack of him, that's the problem.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know who would have a wider reach on like spreading MMA. I'd say a lot of people like me started doing jiu-jitsu because of Rogan. But I don't know whether to spread MMA. But through jiu-jitsu, you're going to become a fan of MMA because you're supporting like jiu-jitsu guys that are... You know what I mean? Like,
no, it's all
in the same world. But like UFC started for the purpose of spreading jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. The Gracies.
Yeah, the Gracies basically set it up to be like, look how effective this is. Like, put it to an American audience.
Fucking another hacky thing that it doesn't happen that often, and it goes either way. Is the crossover. So you get like a Brock Lesnar coming in.
Yeah.
Who, like,
James Toney,
who I have down, but like Lesnar came in and dominated.
Yeah.
And then literally got kicked in the chest so hard once that he went, I'm never doing that again, that was so sore. That was
ouch.
He was like,
oh, he was there with a smile on his
yeah.
face. That's a great fight to watch because it really, to see someone that big look that weak is mad. Yeah.
Just have a kick to
And there's another one where he fought Kane.
Who?
Lesnar.
Cain Velasquez,
Yeah.
not Cain. We're talking WWE.
No, Cain Velasquez.
Yeah.
Lesnar fought Cain Velasquez.
Yeah.
Like, Cain Velasquez gets him and he knees him a few
threw him around like a rag doll.
Batters him, man. Yeah. And like, there's a bit where, like, Cain has him in a clinch and hits him a knee in the stomach, and Brock Lesnar's face is like, oh Jesus Christ!
That was like my watching MMA pride. Prime. Yeah, prime. That's when I was like staying up to watch the fights back then, paying me man money for fucking Satanta Sports type job.
Yeah, paying your man money for Satanta.
Yeah, just to watch UFC at 2 in the morning. Like.
Unreal.
But I went to UFC 93, which was the headline fight was Rich Franklin, Dan Henderson, Shogun, and Mark Holman fought as well.
Nice.
Yeah,
Mark Holman on the way out job.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I can't even remember who won that fight. It was a shit fight. The Shogun one.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It was a dodgy decision.
That would have been on the rise of Shogun, I'd say, was it?
The UFC rise, because he was already pride, big deal. Yeah, it's a great card for Dublin.
Yeah, unreal.
They'd already been to Belfast like 6 years before. It's mad.
Yeah, you meant to come last year, wouldn't you?
Yeah, God knows with all this fucking COVID shit. They were probably meant to come a couple of times. McGregor's like, he hasn't really fought over here in a long time.
He fought Diego Brandon, that was it.
See, the problem was they couldn't have him do a title fight here because the biggest thing we have is 10,000 people or outdoors.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we need to stop fucking getting back to McGregor to hack.
No, yeah.
He's a cunt. Fuck him.
But like, even like, back when the first Ultimate Fighter and all, that's when you kind of were mad into it, wasn't it?
Yeah, I was watching reruns of that, but I'd say, because I was watching the reruns as well as the new episodes at the same time, I was probably on a season 6 or something.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe even when Shaw was... Did he win it? He was in it.
He didn't win, he lost to Roy Nelson.
Yeah. But yeah, I think that was maybe like one of the last couple of seasons I watched was with him.
Yeah. That's when he gets absolutely cracked unconscious by Roy Nelson.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He's a lad who gets an awful hard time online.
Brendan Schaub.
Oh,
People hate him.
Like the subreddit for his podcast is just hate on him.
Yeah.
Why do people do that? Like, I'm not a huge fan of him. I will say, I listen to the podcast. I wouldn't go
any way to fucking be annoyed to him. Like,
yeah. And they're like, oh, he says words wrong and all. I'm like, yeah, he was a fighter and an NFL player. Yeah. Like, his job was to get punched in the face.
I've seen him get knocked out a few times.
Yeah.
He got knocked out by Roy Nelson in his first proper UFC fight.
Yeah.
And then got knocked out by Travis Brown.
Yeah. He has a great stand-up story about that, actually.
Yeah.
He was pretty much like watching Leonardo DiCaprio have his hand over his ex-girlfriend while he was getting his head bounced off the ground by Travis Brown. Because he was sitting front row.
Yeah. Just looking out the cage and just seeing Leonardo DiCaprio, Travis Brown sucking the head off him.
Oh, man.
See, I wonder if he got the WWE now as well. He's retired.
Shaw?
No, Travis Brown.
Yeah, what MMA fighters have gone to WWE? Lesnar went back.
Not Ronda Rousey, because he's married to Ronda Rousey.
Yeah. That was a smart bitch.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. I'm not saying McGregor should have went to WWE, but she went in and, like, even now, people hate her.
Yeah,
and like,
they forget how good she was.
Man, I read a big long thing the other day where someone was like, "Oh, Rogan hyped up. Here's how he hyped up Ronda Rousey so much." I'm like, "What do you mean he hyped her up? She bet 13 people in
clean first round wins
within about 16 minutes."
And everyone thought they beat again.
Yeah. What else are you meant to say? Like, what else can you say?
She'll be 16 people in a row. She made no, and look. She made women's MMA what it is.
Yeah. Fair fucking play. And then she got out before she took too many punches to the face. And then, like, she took one big hard kick to the mouth now. I don't know if you remember that.
Holly Holm.
Yeah, and
then after that she fought Amanda Nunes, who's like a pit bull of a young woman, and she just sucked the head off her, battered at her.
But, and then she got out like a smart woman.
She was like, I'm going to go to the MMA. I'm going to go to the WWE.
And acting, same thing.
Same thing, but like, it's a smart move, but I'd say the WWE, I've said it on the podcast before, but the WWE workload is meant to be insane.
Yeah. I think I might have said it on the Hack of Wrestling, but did you know that the Undertaker's wrestling, like how he'd work out for wrestling, for cardio, was just MMA sparring?
Makes sense.
And if you ever noticed, especially in the later years, he only ever wore MMA gloves to wrestle.
Yeah.
Weird, isn't it?
They just do MMA. Too big, too old.
Oh, way too old, yeah. Because remember the whole... Did you ever see that video of him and Lesnar squaring up?
Stupid.
Yeah, it's at UFC and all. You're like, lads, come on, we all know what's fucking going on. Like, wankers.
Come on, do this. Something like that, like.
But we were saying the crossovers, the Hack of James Toney, the boxer who went to...
he didn't even train, and then Randy
didn't even train, didn't even get... Like, at least with Lesnar, he fought once before going to the UFC.
Maybe Heath Herring, did he?
No, that was in UFC. Yeah. He fought like a Japanese guy or something.
Yeah.
But James Toney went in to fight Randy Couture, which was feeding him to the wolves. Who, like, I remember Rogan commentating at the time, being like, he's literally just